Welcome back to Yoke's Kitchen in the Woods. Today we're going to have us something a little exotic. Well, I'm going to say it's exotic because I ain't never had it before. We are going to have us some rabbit. Now, have you ever had rabbit? Do you like rabbit? If you've ever had rabbit, is it something that you cook frequently? Let me know. Drop that in the comments. We're going to do it very simple today. We ain't going to complicate our lives in no way, shape, form, or fashion. We just going to fry them up. So I have a whole rabbit that I am going to butcher down. And we're going to season them up. And we're going to drop them in that hot grease. So let me get my workstation together. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So this rabbit was actually given to us by one of our buddies. He actually hunted that right out here where we are. And he has done the work for me. So he's skinned it and cleaned them out. But he gave them to me whole. So it's going to be my job to actually break them down so that we can fry it. Now, I've never broken down any rabbit. But this is how he looks whole. Obviously, this looks like where his dome was, and this is his rear end part. But yeah, so little legs. He's been cleaned out fairly good, but we're gonna break him down. What does it smell like? I'm not sure. I don't know. It's not gamey. It's interesting. I don't know. So we're going to cut this thigh off. Like such. We're going to clean them up really good. I've never done this before, but I'm just trying to see if I can cut it or butcher them without splintering too many bones. You don't want to splinter too many bones because when you do, when you actually cook it, it'll be like little bone fragments in your food, and you don't want that. All right, so we got two good thighs. Let's break this down like this. So this would be the wing. Let's do the same for the other side, like such. Let's bust the breast down. It's not much meat on here, as you can see. I guess this would be like the back straps if you were dealing with a hog or a deer of some sort. Let me just break these down and see if I can get that off. Okay. It seems like meat, so I'm just going to do it anyway. We're going to keep that. Let's break this in half. Or cut this in half. I don't know. Am I doing a good job? Seems like it. Okay. This has to go. Let me see if anybody was paying attention on our last outdoor cooking video. What is the number one rule of outdoor cooking? Outdoor cooking trivia. Answer that. Let's see if I can split this. There you go. All right, so we have, that would be like the breast section. And then we have the back. Let me see if I can just get this off of here. If we can accomplish getting these back strap pieces off whole without the bone. Yep, just like such. Just as if I was getting that back strap off of a hog. See that? All that is meat without that extra bony piece. Same thing for the other side. Let me tell you something. We gonna eat. No matter what, we gonna eat. We gonna figure it out. And we're going to eat whatever we got. All right, so we got our second, I'm going to call this the back strap off of this rabbit. That one didn't come off as clean as I would like it to, but it's all right. Like such. And then we have, this is just the spine area. We're just going to get rid of that. All right, so let's clean this up and start washing our rabbit. So our rabbit has been butchered down, and I am going to clean him up very, very well. I'm going to use some baking soda and some vinegar with some water, and then I'm going to go in with some citrus to see if we can break down any gamey taste that this rabbit may have. I do that a lot with my wild hog. I kind of, use the mojo and stuff to try to see if we can not just tenderize it with the acidity of the lemons and the oranges and stuff, but just trying to get a flavor, break down that icky flavor. All right, so we have some water. We're just going to put some fresh water on there. I am going to go in with some pure baking soda. I do this with my chicken too. So baking soda. And then we are going to activate this baking soda with our vinegar. And what that is going to do for me is going to pretty much start getting rid of a lot of that sticky and slimy stuff off of whatever it is that you're doing. You can use this technique to get that cleaned up. We're going to let that fizz up. I am going to kind of, wipe it down with my hands and then rinse it off with fresh water again. Just move that around just a little bit. Still activated, still. You hear that? Some more fresh water. Some more fresh water, and this is where I'm going to start using my citrus. We have a sour orange. Don't worry about the seeds and none of that. Just squeeze that in there. You have a lemon. And a lime. I have two. I'm only going to use one. You can use two if you want. Doesn't matter. But this lime is hard. Now, just wash up your meat. So I'm going to just let that sit for a second while I get my stove together. Okay, so we're going to have us some mashed potatoes with this. So I am going to boil me some water for our mashed potatoes and get our grease hot for our rabbit. Stove seems a little crooked. It's leaning to one side. Hopefully it don't fall over. Ready to boil for our potatoes. And our peanut oil, because of course this is going to be high temperature for our fried rabbit. So our rabbit has been soaking in our citrus for just a little bit. Don't need to overdo anything. And don't overthink it either. Just do it. And this is how it looks. Smells amazing already. So I'm going to throw this off. We're going to get these out. You can put these right here. And we're going to throw this water off. More water to rinse. Now this is what you should have. Nice, clean, portioned rabbit. So let's start seasoning, but before we season, we're gonna just pat dry just a little bit. Get some of that moisture off of the rabbit because you're gonna have a hard time getting your flour to stick if it's too wet. So we're just gonna get some of this liquid out of here. Let's start seasoning. So we're gonna go in with some Goya adobo, all purpose. This is with saffron. This is salty. I'm also gonna go in with a little bit of mustard powder. Garlic powder. White magic. Onion powder. And some Dano's spicy. I am also going to put 1 sleeve of sazón Goya con saffron. Okay. Yep. I forgot black pepper. Just a little bit. Oof. Whew. And just give it a mix. I'm not sure cooking time on this, so I am just going to score this thigh like such, just to make sure that it is cooked thoroughly. If you're not sure, just help it out. So we just scored that like that. Let's do it on the other side too. And that way, it'll help with the cooking process. Let's see how our grease is looking. Cover that up just a little bit. Water has a bit of a boil, not quite roaring, and our grease should be quite warm. So let's get our flour on our rabbit and drop that in the oil. All right, so we're gonna do a flour cornstarch mixture just to see if we can accomplish a little bit of a crisp on this. Oh, I gotta get it out of my bag. So I'm gonna use a little bit of cornstarch. I'm gonna mix everything right here in this bowl. I can't give you an exact measurement on the cornstarch to flour, but just eyeball it just a little bit. And we got just regular all-purpose flour. I'm gonna add just a little bit of seasoning to my flour. To the flour, I'm just gonna add just a little bit of white magic. Just has a little bit of everything in it. And some Dano's for some color. All right, just give that a toss. Now just give it a toss. Our potatoes. Wash my hands really quickly. All right, so I have some golden potatoes that really don't have to be peeled. Save some time, but they definitely have to be washed. So we're gonna wash these off. Potatoes are washed, so I'm just going to cut them up into smaller pieces. So that we can get that boiling process quickly done so that we can mash. Potatoes are cut. Let's go season our water. Now for your water, with some chicken bouillon, you can use chicken broth, you can use whatever it is that you choose. If you just want to use salt, just use salt. But we're going to use some chicken bouillon. And add some chicken bouillon to your water. Our grease looks like it's pretty hot. So we are going to take our rabbit to the stove. Let me get a glove. Okay, let's do a quick little grease check. Let's see how hot that is. All right, that's good. So let's put in thigh, shoulder. Just that little thin piece that we cut. Back strap, and let's put a breast. So that's 1/2 of that rabbit. And I'm excited, are you? Don't waste too much time. Let's go ahead and add our potatoes, but we need to stir our bouillon water. Just make sure it's mixed. And just add your potatoes. Okay, so we're waiting on our rabbit. Let's clean up just a little bit so we can go check it. Checking on the rabbit. A little bit of, not too sure what that is since we scored it. And this is that breast. Let's give this a turn. That does not have much meat on it. This is that shoulder. This is that little flap that we cut. No, this is the shoulder. And the thigh. I think I can tell what pieces are pretty much done. Let's get this station together. Station is clean. Let's go check on our rabbit. All right, so I know this is done. Let me just take this out. Give that a flip. Oh, that is so pretty. Let's flip this over too. This is probably done as well. We're going to take this out. This is that breast. When you're uncertain, just give it a little bit more time. I think it's done. So this is that front leg. Looks like a wing. This is that back strap. Looks like a chicken tender. And this is our thigh. Fit in with our second batch. Potatoes just need a few more minutes. I think our potatoes should be ready. Let's get those out. Oh, but look at this rabbit, how beautiful golden brown this is. Let's take our potatoes out. Just took the rest of that rabbit out of that grease, and we have our potatoes. Let's go make some mashed potatoes. All right, so we got our mashed potatoes here. I am going to put a little bit of salt. a little bit of white magic. Now this is white pepper and a lot of other little seasonings going on in there. A little bit of black pepper. And we have the Kerrygold garlic herb butter. We're going to put a half a stick, or as much or as little as you would like. So let's kind of judge it a little bit. Oh, maybe just a little bit more. To this, I am also going to add a splash of heavy cream. Now, I did not strain the potatoes, so there's a little bit of that bouillon potato water in there. Y'all stay y'all behinds over there. A little bit of heavy whipping cream. I don't know what that was, but something walking in the woods. And some sour cream. And just give it a mash. Doesn't have to be smooth, but you just want to accomplish at least a little bit of a smooth mashed potato. So just give it a mix. It's going to be some chunky mashed potatoes. And there you have your mashed potatoes. And your beautifully golden brown rabbit. Now we got to find out what that tastes like. Okay, let's get us a little bit of mashed potatoes. Let's get us a piece of rabbit. Ooh, I don't know which piece to get. Let's get this one. So this would be the front leg. Let's hit it with a little bit of that pretty. Voila. Okay. Looks very, very good. I must admit that it is nicely fried, golden brown. Let me cover this up before I'll be mad. I was saying. So it's very nice golden brown. I kind of judged it a little bit like cooking chicken, but hopefully there was enough time. All right, mashed potato. I know that was going to be good. That Kerrygold butter will change your life. And that front leg. I did bring some hot sauce, but let's taste it without it. What's that? Whoever said rabbit tastes like chicken is a damn lie. It don't taste like chicken. It has its own unique flavor. I don't know. Very white. I don't know, but it's good. It's good. Interesting. So, have you ever had rabbit? If you have, please get into the comments. Let's talk about it. Share your recipes with me because the only thing I know how to do with things that I don't know what to do with is fry it. So let me know. Drop some recipes in the comments. And hopefully, if I get another rabbit, well, I'll definitely try to accomplish that. But this is really good. This is really good. So, yo, gang, listen. If you have not yet checked out www.yokegang.com, make sure that you do pick up a t-shirt or patch, support the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel just by watching this video. And y'all know I love me some good food, but I love y'all for life. Peace.